Los Angeles is in a budget crisis. That is not new news. Short by about $1 billion for the upcoming fiscal year. Well, now the LA City Controller is revealing that a $40 million overpayment was made to the police pension fund. So will that money be returned? With me now is Los Angeles City Controller Kenneth Mejia. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Mejia. And let's just start with the very basic question, which is how did you discover this overpayment?
So about in 2023 of August, the city made into a contract with the police association where the first 3 years of salary increases and retention bonuses for officers with less than 20 years would be non-pensionable. And what we found out was that the city was basically contributing on those non-pensionable amounts. And so as this budget deficit has taken a toll, my office actually looked in to see if there was any option to get some of those funds back through the process of a true-up. And we went to the LAFPP board, the Fire Police Pension Board, to try to get that to happen. But unfortunately, there wasn't enough time and support to get that.
And of course, that group says, no, you have this wrong. The true-up will be done eventually. That's what LAFPP says. But in the meantime, they base this calculation on something that a predecessor, a previous controller had put together. Is that correct?
I think what they're referring to is our office did a prior audit, and they recommended that the LAFPP board do a true-up. And so that is something that we're asking for too. But the main thing, though, is doing the true up on what is actually considered pensionable. Right now, the city is contributing around 40% of what these non-pensionable salary increases and these retention bonuses, which are having a huge toll on the city's general fund. And rightfully so, the officers, they're not contributing on those pensions. And if they were to contribute on them, they would actually take home less money in their paycheck. And because the officers are not contributing on these non-pensionable payroll items, but the city is actually covering for those missed employee contributions. It's like if I wasn't contributing on my pension and the city was covering for me.
Yeah. We're kind of getting in the weeds a little bit, but I do want to point out that you went on TikTok in order to show that there is this overpayment. Let's take a listen.
How would taxpayers feel if the city was using the general fund to pay more towards my retirement than they needed to, and during one of the city's worst financial crises? Not good.
Well, at this point, the city is considering the elimination of a lot of the civilian police jobs. Do you find that a little ironic?
Yes. They make up the largest group that's going to be, laid off if these go through. And, we all are trying to play our part. And that's sort of what I tried to do to get the LAFPP board to consider, because there's about 600 layoffs still on the table. And the amount that we contributed this fiscal year and the amount that we're going to contribute next fiscal year, which starts in July, is close enough to save those jobs.
Well, meantime, $40 million is a lot of money to try to recover. Do you have any hope that you can, if you do make your case successfully?
At this point, I don't see it happening, unfortunately. All I could do is say that my job as controller, watching over the city's taxes, is just letting everyone know that we tried and letting all the city employees know that we tried to do as well. But this is just one portion of why we're in this budget deficit, right? It's the liability payouts, it's the increased payroll costs, it's the over assumptions of high revenues that never came in. So, it's this is still a band-aid that the city needs to fix to get on long-term fiscal health.
Yep. Okay. Kenneth Mejia, thank you so much for joining us. And we should point out as well that we reached out to the city administrative officer as well as the LAFPP. And the LAFPP sent us a statement that says in part that their staff will discuss the issue next month regarding fiscal year 2026-2027. Apparently no changes on the overpayment for now. Thank you again,
Right.
Mr. Mejia.
Thank you.
Still to come.